What's making you happy since lately? You want me to tell you? So guys, welcome back to another video with your girl Shay. And I know I haven't posted in a while and keep you guys updated and what's been happening, right? So I'm doing a question and answer, and I posted this video on TikTok last night stating you guys should ask your questions and I will answer as long as it not pry too deep in in my personal business. I will answer. So a lot of questions are there, and I think this video um we'll be doing a part 2 for it. Hopefully we're not going to part 3, but if you guys haven't seen that video, you can ask your questions here. I'm gonna pin a comment in the comment section and you guys can ask all the questions there. Okay, so the first question look, the first question is, a lot of people have been asking this: what you do to lose weight? Another person asks, how did you start your weight loss journey and what are you currently doing to maintain it? And look, a lot of people a lot of people feel say, you know what, they're gonna answer the question for sure, and under those questions was stress. That's the secret. All right, let me tell you guys, it was in the beginning, but yeah, it was stress in the beginning, but not anymore, right? And let me tell you, when I usually stress, I stress eat. So it's unusual. It was really unusual for me to stress and not eat, like what I was going through. But in my previous relationship, I usually stress eat. Like I'll eat and eat and eat, and when my stomach full, I'll be eating, right? And I eat until I'm sick, more and throw up. And I knew that wasn't normal, you know. And I really did have a really bad eating habit. Has me eat, me gonna lie down, because my previous partner tell me say, I'm like thick woman, him love when woman. It was my intention to put on weight, but that's how I started putting on weight in the first time. I'm saying, like thick woman, so used to eat and just the business. But I wasn't doing it for myself, So after everything, I wanted to lose the weight because I can feel I had on too much weight. I can feel it in my back, and so I'm saying, you know what, I go on a weight loss journey. The stress helped me with some. I started eating less and you know started eating on time, not late like what I used to. Yeah, so that's really it. I'm not go on nothing special. I'm not start going to the gym yet. I have intention on doing that, but not yet. And the next question: share, how is your mental health so far? Yes, I've gotten a lot of these questions. My mental health it's fine. It's doing just fine. A lot of people might think that I'm mentally not okay. I wasn't, but now I'm in a good place right now. Good state of mind. So mentally I'm okay. I'm good mentally. So the next question is, where is Mr. Nice? A lot of you are asking the same questions. All right, so As you heard, um, it was frightening to me that um, King came out and said that Mr. Nice is no longer here because that was private. He decided he wanted, since he put it out there, well, let me say it. He decided he wanted to go home, you know. It's not, it wasn't his intention in the first place to come here, you know. It was King who said, come on, Mr. Nice, come on. So, you know, with all we are going, he's older. So, him not really in a the, him just did what intend to come, settle down, work and do what I do. You understand me? But um, things changed. It didn't work out how we did want it to. And, you know, I'm just saying, you know what, I might go home. I don't want to explain the full details to you. I doubt him want me to. So I'm just going to keep it simple as that. But yes, he's not here. He's no longer in the States. Okay. And another question. Oh, King has no contact and has not heard from the children. Why are you keeping them away from him? All right, with this question now, this guys is not everything you hear you can believe. I don't want to go down this road, but I'm gonna answer just one question pertaining to him, right? And because it have to do with the kids, so I'm gonna answer it. I have never kept the kids away from him. Never. Never, 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 never. So all what he has been saying the first time on social media, saying that him not speak to them, he was, while he was saying that he was speaking to them, and he hasn't spoken to them for around 2 weeks. I think it was 2 weeks and some days. And that was a punishment. I have to take away the phones because that was a punishment to baby. Because she gave, I don't know what he told her, and she gave her the address where we were living. And yes, we'd have to take away the phone. But they did have contact with him, you know. He did have opportunity to see them, and he was a no-show on two occasions, for her birthday and another time, I don't remember when, but he was a no-show. So yes, he had contact with them all along, you know. Other day when he came out, that was the only time, because baby gave out the address, and after all those threats, you know, he was gonna call, you know. So that was a punishment for her, for them. I mean, I have to take with them phone. So look here, if I can't even not understand what I talk, yeah. But I've never, them talk to him after, them learn them listen, them talk to him after, you know. They're still talking to him now at the present, I mean, I think at the present time, you know, but they did talk to him yesterday. All right, somebody says, not a question, but it's a request. Can we get a weekly update with you and the kids? I will try my best. I will try my best to do that. I'll try my very best to do that, Moya. I'd like to come back to YouTube, but I'm gonna see how that work. If we can drop a video once a week or something till I'm back full time. Alright, what was the final straw that make you walk away from your last relationship? Alright, I want to do a video. I'm not come talk anything yet, and we really don't want to talk based on the previous relationship. Because I want to go to a full documentary. I wanted to give you guys a full documentary. But what was the last straw that made me walk away? It was, you remember I tell you guys, I'm a person, I'm not easily irritated. I will go and take the crap for until the cup overflow, and that was it. I've come on here multiple times telling you guys that, I've even talked in front of him that I pray to God, saying, I want to leave this man, and God not answer the prayer yet. He thought, me don't probably think it was a joke, but me don't know if you guys thought it was a joke, But my situation, I just don't want to talk on it yet. I have a book more, right? But the final straw was, I couldn't take the disrespect no more. I couldn't, when you take too much, and it was like, you're fed up, you're done. Me can't bother. That was it. I was silent. I went silent. I wasn't talking throughout all of that. So, when a woman goes silent, it's just that. It done. Throughout the arguments, I go silent. Just tears. So, that was it. As I said, I don't want to talk too much on it at the moment. Alright, somebody say, how do you cope with negative comments? Being in the media for so long, you have to learn how to cope with certain things, especially negative comment. Even though some people still not learn all now, but as I said before, I'm not a person that's easily irritated, so simple things like comments don't really bother me. How are the kids doing? The kids are doing great. They are doing great. Nothing wrong with my kids, them all right. So they're sleeping at the moment. No, them not them. I think them wake up. I was to do this video last night, but I'm doing this in the morning because I drop asleep. What's making you happy since lately? You want me to tell you? Do you guys want me to tell you? What's been making me happy since lately? It's a secret. It's a secret. Yeah, well, God been doing things for me, so He's the reason for that happiness. You know what I'm telling you? I soon telling the things, guys. I soon telling them. But just now I go into too much, But yes, I've been happy. My daughter said to me, I was on the phone and I was giggling, I was laughing, and she said out loud, I've never seen this woman laugh like this in my entire life. Look how she's giggling like a hyena. Look how she's laughing like a high school girl. Alright, next question. Are you having a closer walk with God? And how have it been? Look here, come and tell us something, prophetess. I'm on that journey. I am on that journey, and I have someone with me who is guiding me on that journey also. I have prayed, and let me tell you, God has answered my prayers. It might not happen in the way that I wanted it to happen, but come and tell you something. On a prayer, God good. God good. I'm gonna continue pray. But I am having that closer walk and, you know, having the guidance. So it's been doing good. It's been going good, and it's only going to get better. She said, "Are you really all right?" Yes, I am all right. There's no faking it. Guys, I can't. Me, I look like me, I fake it. Come, could never. I don't know why some people that say she doesn't look happy. You can see she's faking it. Look, oh please, oh please. But I am really okay. I am okay. All right. So the next question. Do you started going to church full time now as you planned to do in a previous video as you mentioned? Well, I'm not going to church full time at the moment, but I'm taking that walk and I have this person with me who is, you know, helping me along the way, which is good because that's something I pray for. I'm telling you, you know. But I went to church, not church. I went to church and I found myself, me just get up out of the blues, look up this church, and I was, you know, I said, this is a nice church. Something just point me to that church, and I couldn't make it on the Sunday, so they have service the Wednesday night. I went, but just say, you know what, it was 7 o'clock, and something said to me, say, you know what, get up and go to church. Get up, get up, get up, get up. So I get up, put on my clothes, call the Uber, me leave out. But not tell nobody say I got no. I just tell me say night, so I soon come back. That's it. And I went to church, and let me tell you, when I went to the church, you know, it was mostly white people. But when I went to church, you know, my heart heavy, 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 heavy. And you know when it's like you feel empty, you feel like you have nothing. You know, they have this empty, understand, you know, understand me at all. And I went to church, and when I got the door, it was so packed full. So somebody come to me and say, there's a seat up the front, extreme front, you know, so me I go and I say, Lord God, I want this here. Why me have to go extreme front, you know? So I walked up there. I was nervous, but you know, I managed to walk up. I sat down. The pastor was preaching, and it was based on my situation, and tears started flow from my eyes, right? And then it was altar call. I was the second person who went to the altar, and I knelt right there at the altar, and you know, I began to cry and ask God to save me, because you know, save me. And never in my 31 years I've let myself, what the word we want, yeah, I just let go my entire self on that altar there. I cried when I tell us my ball out, my cry, you know. And then there was this lady, she came behind me, you know, and she was holding me, you know, she lay her hands on me and was, you know, I think she was praying. And then I thought I was finished, and then she knelt down beside me, and then she looked at me. I'm gonna look on her. I'm a hug her. No, she hugged me. I'm a hug her back. And it's like, you know, that hug where you did want. And me tell her, say, guys, my body better. But after I get up from that altar, I felt different. I felt like there was a burden lifted off of me. You know? There was something that lifted that day. And I've felt light ever since. So yeah, even though I'm not going to church as I want to, but I'm having that spiritual journey. And as I said before, I have this person with me. He's guiding me, and you know, which is good. All right, so the next question, hey Shay, do you move or still live in the same house? No. We do a lot of videos and you guys think it was prank, so as I said, we got evicted. That was for real, so we no longer live in that house there. I no longer live there. I know say me no live there. So yeah. I no longer live there. Next question. We know the kids love their parents. Is there plans to co-parent soon? Well, as you can see, the other parent he's not ready to co-parent. He is not ready. And the reason why I say he's not ready to co-parent is because his theta mind isn't there, and it's not, I don't know, I don't want to say too much, but it's not really, really ready yet. Are you in a new relationship? I just want to pray on my business though. I just want to pray. Well, yes, I am in a new relationship. I am. You and King really left? Guys, isn't it obvious? I've said it so many times. We are no longer together. The channel that we had together, I no longer have access to that channel. It's no longer King and Shay. So I have my personal channel, which is Shay's Empire. The same one I went and watch the video on. Yes, this is my personal channel, but I just haven't been uploading in a while. All right, but we're no longer together. No longer. I know it's hard for some of you to digest, but it's a truth. All right, so this is a lesser question in one. How are you doing mentally? How do you cope mentally after moving on from your kid's father? How are the children feeling after the separation from their father? Differently. Love you, Shay. May God bless you and your family and fill your heart with love and peace. And may you live a wonderful life. I'm so happy for you and you look great. Keep praying. All right. So, yeah, I have to change the angle because I have to get a tripod or a camera stand soon. So your first question, I've answered that already. My mental health is totally fine. You know, how do you cope mentally after moving on from your kid's father? Let me tell you, prayer does a whole lot. Prayer, just pray. Pray. I prayed. You know, how are the children feeling after your separation from their dad? Well, they haven't, as you guys know, them never do without them. Them never live without them father before. But the two smaller ones, Jamie and Wish Wish, I think they were affected by how, because they're on social media. That is one thing. I can't hide anything from them. You know, the two smaller ones weren't talking to him. Them still not really talk to him that much. You know, them say hi and bye. You know, hi daddy, alright, daddy, love you, daddy. But that's as much as they will say, because there was one time this scene that, you know, me not allow him to talk to the kids, and it was so, I don't even know the word of use, but I called the two of them. I spoke to them one by one. So I spoke to the youngest one, Wish Wish, and I said, I saw a video that your dad said, you know, I'm not making you guys talk to him, but why aren't you talking to your dad?
because me know say baby I talk to him, you know. So them could have butt in anytime, and they have phones, so them could have called him. So I said, why aren't you talking to your dad? She said, 6-year-old. She said, I don't like the way how he talks to you or how he deals with you, you know, and it makes her feel sad. And I said, that's it? That's the reason why you're not talking to him? She said, yes. And I hugged her, you know, but me talked to her until I said, you know, what adults have, I don't want them to get involved. And she started talking to him a little after that, but still not much. And Jamie, he doesn't talk much. He said he doesn't like how his dad is going on the internet. So, you know, that's as much, well, much as how I could get out of him. And him just say hi and bye now, same way. With Bibi now, I think as the oldest one, she's mainly affected. You know, I'm not gonna go down in details and tell you guys, but it's been bad on her. You know, not on my end, but it's been tough on her. You know, she really wanted a full-on family. You know, she never wanted her parents to break up, but I've looked at her and told her that I've tried to stay as long as I could just for you guys, you know, but I just couldn't do it anymore. And she said she understand, and I'm glad she did, you know, glad. All right. Oh, another question again. Are you preventing King from seeing and speaking to his kids? As I stated before, no, I've never done that. But he has been a no-show 2 times, you know, just empty promises after one another. And I've heard that he was speaking to my oldest daughter and saying that, you know, if he did make it, you know, probably me would see them again. So after that statement, I kind of hold back a little, you know, because if my plan to go, all that trouble still. So no. No. All right. Did you leave King? Did you leave King when you guys migrated, or did you already left him mentally from you guys were in Jamaica? Let me answer that. Guys, I have tried. I don't want to give too much away until, you know, I have my book out there, but I have tried. I tried my best. I have tried countless time to make the relationship work, and my efforts alone couldn't do it, right? And I've heard people saying that, you know, they would pay money for counseling, and if you guys look, I've tried so many things. Counseling, he wasn't interested. Talking, he wasn't. Let me tell you, the foundation of a relationship: trust, communication. Trust and communication. The foundation, the fundamental part of a relationship. Without communication, it would never work, and there was no communication, so things could work. Nothing could work out. All right, so the next question: are you still primarily a content creator for income? Meaning, I mean, I really understand. Well, I think once I'm doing content, I'm a content creator, yes, and that generates income. if that is what you're asking. All right, next question. Will you be doing matches on TikTok still? We miss you. All right. I am not a people person. I don't love communicating with people like that. As you guys can see, I'm a bit shy. So, matches, I used to play matches if it wasn't with D or with my previous partner. That was just it. I don't like playing with strangers because I'll just be sitting there wondering, But I don't love playing TikTok matches. And think I'll do that once in a while. I'm not sure, but I'll do videos. I'll be putting out videos on TikTok for you guys if you guys want that. Would you like me to do mini vlogs on TikTok also? Them little mini vlogs or stuff like that to just tell me.
All right, guys. So I will be doing a part 2. So make sure you guys drop your comments, your questions in the comment section in the tagged. There will be a comment there that's tagged at the top saying questions and answer. Ask your questions. You are only going to drop your questions there. I don't want this video to be that long because it's going to take, the internet here is not so good, and it's going to take a whole lot of time to edit a 50 long video I should afford. So guys, it was it was good coming back on here to talk with you guys, and I will try my best to do it more often. So stay tuned for part 2. All right, thank you so very much.